Hey everybody, welcome to an all new video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy ditch bridge right here, guys. This road right here is super busy and I don't like walking out into the side right here, so now I can just walk right across. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. Hey guys, to get started today, you're going to need some 2x4 treated lumber. You'll need some 1x6 treated decking boards. You need a circle saw or miter saw to make your cuts, a pen or pencil for marking, tape measure, a speed square. You will need a level. You can use nails or screws. If you need nails, then you'll need a hammer. If you're using screws, you'll need an impact driver. I would recommend to use 3-inch nails to assemble the frames with, or screws. And I recommend using the 1-inch nails and screws for your decking boards. And you might need some wood clamps. So here is the cut sheet right here, guys. On your 2x4 treated lumber, you'll need 6 at 101 inches. You'll need 6 at 38.5 inches. You'll need 2 boards at 25 5/16. You'll need 1 board at 112 inches and 2 boards at 9 foot 6 7/8, guys. And on your 1x6 treated decking boards here, you'll need 20 of them cut out at 28 3/8. Guys, let's get started assembling our bridge. The first thing we want to do is take our 2 9 foot 6 7/8 pieces. That would be your 2 outside pieces right there, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and lay them out nice and straight like that. Then you want to take your 2 25 5/16 pieces and you want to go ahead and put them across right here at the top right there, and 1 down there. Go ahead and screw or nail those together now. Alright guys, so now that you've got your 4 pieces put in a rectangle like that, now we need to get out our tape measure, and we're going to measure across from one end right here, and then we're going to mark our center mark. Now if you're at 28 1/4 is what you should be going by our measurements right here, then that'll put your center mark at 14 1/8. So go ahead and mark 14 1/8 here, and go ahead and mark 14 1/8 down there, guys. And then what we're going to do once we do that is we will take our 112-inch piece that we cut, get it on in there right there, line it up, get it nice and centered up with that board right there, guys, and then go ahead and nail or screw your little middle board right here. Go ahead and get that attached in place now. Alright guys, so now that you've got your middle brace installed right there, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and put our slats on, right? So what we need to do this is go ahead and just take one of our slats right here, and what we need to do, guys, is come right here and line that up with that board and that end piece just like that, guys. Get that nice and lined up and straight. Go ahead and nail that first board into place, right? Then when we go to put on our second board, we're going to use our speed square, because that's roughly about 1/8 in diameter. So our measurement that we did accounts for doing it with a space with a speed square, right? So what we'll do next is go ahead and nail that first one down. Then just lay your speed square up like that right there. Pull your next board down. Get that lined up into place the way you want it right there. Get it all nice and lined up straight. And then go ahead and nail all 20 of your boards onto the piece. So go ahead and get all your boards nailed down now. Alright guys, so now that you've got all of your slat boards put on and nailed down, 2 on each inside and 2 all the way down the middle, just like that, guys. So once you get all of those put on, it's now time to attach our arms to the bottom down here. So let's go ahead and lay it out now. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get our side arms on. So what I've done, I've just flipped it over on its side to make it easier to mark with, right? So what we need to do is go ahead and get the center of this, and if you cut it out according to the plans, your center mark should be roughly at 4 foot 10 7/8 inches, guys. So go ahead and mark your center mark now of your piece. That is going to determine where your first board is going to go. But before you put your boards on, guys, let's go ahead and get all of our marks marked on one side, and then flip it over and get all of our marks marked on the second side, because you don't want to go ahead and put your arm pieces on this side and then try to flip it over on that side, because then it's going to wind up like pulling the nails or screws out, it's going to kind of want to act like a lever and break them out. So go ahead and make sure you get all your marks marked first. So let's go over the other 2 marks. All right guys, so for the other 2 marks, what I'm going to do is basically just take my speed square, which is roughly 7 inches from this point to that point, right? What I want to do is I want to line that up with the edge right here, just like that right there, right? And then I'm just going to go ahead and mark that line at the end right here, guys. And then what I do is whenever I go to do this right here, is we'll just line the board right up against it just like this. So if this was the board, it would line right up against this line right here, guys, and your board would roughly be right in here, right? So we also need to go do that down on the other end down there, guys. So let's go ahead right now, get all these marks marked, get your center marks marked, and get your 2 speed square size marked just right there, guys. Go ahead and get those on both sides. Alright guys, and before we even put the arms on after making all of our marks, it's probably a good idea right now to go ahead and get it into place where you're going to be putting it, especially if you're going to be putting it at the end of your driveway or something like that. Now, I don't have any help out here. I just got my trusty little hand truck right there. I'm just going to put it up on the hand truck and tote it on over to the place where I'll be putting it on at. But if you got an extra hand, it's not much weight. 2 people can easily lift this up and just take it down to where you're going to put it. So go ahead and get it in place before we go ahead and put our arms on each side. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go around where we made our marks and go ahead and get our 6 38.5 boards put on real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast. Alright guys, so I got all 6 of my side braces right here put on. Make sure you use a level to set them in place. You want these to be nice and level no matter how it's pitched or whatever. That way that your top rails can lay on it nice and flat, guys. So I've got 101 inches from here to here and here to here. So I am going to need to cut out 4 more 2x4s at 101 inches, and that's going to be the top and the side flap, right? Then we'll need to cut out 2 more at 101 inches for our middle brace. So total, you're going to need to go ahead and cut out 6 at 101 inches. Alright guys, now that you've got your 6 boards cut out at 101 inches, what you need to do is take 4 of them, right? This is going to be your side rails, right? So you need to take 2 of them and you're going to stack them on top of each other, one like this, one like that. You want to make a right angle basically, and you need to attach that, right? So here's an example. You want to line these sides up nice and straight and smooth just like that. It's kind of like a T-plate without the other side right there, guys, as you can see. So go ahead, get that on a nice flat straight surface, line it up nice, use wood clamps if you need to, and go ahead and get that attached now. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got my top rails put on, as you can see, lined them up with my side arms. So now we need to get our braces put on. Alright guys, so for these side braces, what I did is I just measured up from the bottom right here, measured up and marked it at 2 foot on these each corners right here. So mark it at 2 feet, use your speed square, mark you a straight line and line your side braces up with your lines. Go ahead and put both your side braces on and you will be done with your project. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.